These are the best highlights from the matchup between BLG and RNG during the 2024 LPL Summer Split.
Coming through off the back of it. BLG decide it's time to start getting some objectives, and they go for that Drake in trade for the Grubs.
Again, such impeccable macro right here. They know that Lily is towards the top side of the map. Bot lane for RNG was resetting, so what BLG did was they transitioned the bot lane into the river, and they knew that the swap between Knight and Bin was happening, which means, as you mentioned, they have the strongest end up time. That would be a pretty favorable trade, obviously, for RNG. But even just the raw pressure of knowing Lily is around, hold on.
Oh, Hawk shot to allow On to engage into the ult from Elk, and Shun is here to finish the job as well. First blood for BLG, and they make it look good. Opponent, the first time you're playing the LPL and you're up against Knight. First grub taken by BLG. ZDC moving in to try and contend as Knight. TP's up to the play as well. CP comes out from XCZ, but it's ZDC caught out to start off with. Elk finds it, Ming moves in, gets a hook onto On, and maybe they can turn it around, but On survives with the unbreakable will. The bomb in his head is ticking, and he blows to smithereens in the end. But it's BLG. On able to block so much, and in the meantime there's a hook, and it's on to On once again. He's tanking once more, and Huang Feng finishes with the flash fourth shot.
Yeah, not having the ultimate right there is killing those huge HP building tanks, and there isn't really any on the side of BLG. It's just a support on, and supports don't have the best financial situation to start building items as fast.
These days as well, it feels like even the tanks don't withstand Jin quite like they used to. It's like those crit item improvements helped Jin a lot during the break. Bin now getting aggressed upon once again. Flash forward to get that sleep underneath the tower, but the flash is already used and the Big finds the hook. It's an easy kill away. Well played by RNG. Struggling in the previous split. So roster changes. Here we go. Elk in trouble. Ming pulls him in, but he pulls him into his own demise. Huang Feng with a fourth shot, trades it. Support for support, and XCZ flies into the play. It's a win for RNG again. As Bin is underneath the tower. What?
You were talking about how slow the game was to begin with, and I was like, that's not skills, and deservedly so. I think he's played quite well so far. Not getting solo killed by Knight is also a pretty big...
Like, RNG really wants to try and even contest this, so another objective for BLG. You know, in the grand scheme of things, I feel this has been going pretty well for RNG compared to expectations. It's still not going well in terms of, like, them actually winning the game.
Everyone, again, is so squishy on the side of BLG, so one good hook from Ming could turn the fight around.
Obviously, On doesn't mind being hooked. Oh, hang on, he's found one of those squishy targets. It's Elk, caught out in the mid lane. Flash from Ming to set up a pick, and RNG now can snowball into more. Looking for On, potentially the swirl seed dodge though. But BLG now trying to set up for Baron. They've denied all of the vision in the area, and now RNG have to try and muscle in. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but On's looking for a fight himself. Arrow comes out, it's on to ZDC, but there's so much damage on this roster that any target is fine. They charge On forwards, tank down, Knight charging forwards again. As now Curtain Call flies through, Shun tagged by it, trying to escape, Knight trying to block. But the fourth shot hits On instead. They still get a kill. I thought the two teams were going to move towards that, and BLG are like, we're not actually in any rush here. Let's use the pressure mid, get a tier 2 in the boss side, then the Knight as well. 2 items for Shun, 2.5 for Elk. This is a strong BLG. On dodges the hook, looking for a blue buff here as a shot lands. That's 2 stuns coming through. ZDC looking to fall as well. 2 stuns, 2 kills. BLG, when they find a target, they do not let them go.
There's just too much damage on this BLG composition. One person gets stunned. Ming, run for your life. He's trying. He made it. Okay, Ming is out.
Why aren't we doing Baron? We're chasing Ming through the mid lane, I guess, clearing the way to deny the tier 1. BLG turns to Baron in the end. And I guess just making sure that they don't even lose a single objective in response.
I feel like right there it was mostly trying to push them off of mid lane to...
We're getting all this local gold for side lane towers.
He was the reason the lane swap happened level 1, and he still gave up 5,000 gold.
Oh no,
bye-bye.
Stun onto Ming. That's a pick. That might be a game, honestly. BLG don't usually let games go longer than they need to. ZDZ trying to get into the mix here. Elk the target flashes away from the Scanner ultimate though, and Shun even dodges. The fourth shot hit onto On. That's going to be 2 inhibs, still Baron for another minute. So the siege begins onto the Nexus Towers. Respawns coming through. Ming still in the death chamber. On goes down, diving underneath the Nexus Towers here. It's a positive fight for RNG. Maybe they can turn it into more. 3v3, but Ming spawning in 5 seconds. BLG have to retreat. This is Elder. Shun's still dead. Shun's still dead right now. BLG have to 3v4 if they want to contend with this Elder. Arrow goes in from Elkbin, moving in with the gold card, stuns onto Ming, dodges the hook himself, but Smite should be able to come through. Here, this should be Elder. It's taken by Huanfeng in the end. As Bin gets out with his life. On has arrived on the scene. That's an Elder Dragon for RNG. XCC just going to TP to the base because there's so many minions. But BLG don't want to let the recalls come on through. They don't want to let these buffs get away. It's 4v3. They're being chased down in the bottom side. RNG corralled by BLG, chased to the ends of the earth, but there is nowhere you can run. Nowhere is safe. Shun pounces for another as Wei will fall for the double, and even with Elder, RNG are routed. Shun has been hooked. He is still alive. The bomb not quite enough, and Elder not quite enough. How the hell does he get away with that one? And it's Ming to fall instead. XCZ still has Elder. The bomb taken up in, but the Primal Surge comes through from Shun. That's twice now that Shun's heal saves a player from the Elder buff. XCZ gets engaged on and gets evaporated. That's going to be game. BLG, not the cleanest game of their history, but a win nonetheless.
Now, if you watched a little bit earlier our series of RA versus OMG, RA had a pretty dive-heavy composition, and we said, hey.
Slightly beaten out by Mako's 12 on the bottom side, but still not exactly ideal. XCZ in a whole heap of trouble. The stun lands beautifully done there. Shun threading the needle. In the meantime, though, Finn has gone down on the top side. Elk is actually TP'd up.
You want it, he does it. That's Ornn for you. Oh.
Wei is taking a big old chunk of damage. Oh my god, there's an ignite. He's actually dead, isn't he? One more auto, and there we go. On gets the Knight! Trying to flash.
And you can see it in their faces, and it's honestly a joy to see them come back from MSI and enjoy themselves. Elk does have his class available.
Oh, great W from Huanfeng here. Call of the Forge God. Elk is down, and RNG, perfect timing, because guess where Shun is? On the top side. That's a Drake for RNG. ZDZ, though, has overstepped to the top side, and Bin ain't letting him go anywhere. Shun arrives, On arrives. There's no way out of this one. Guaranteeing damage from the brand, and Bin finished the kill.
Yeah. However, Elk just lost both his summoners, TP'd back. Oh, they're diving him again.
Oh my god, the damage is ridiculous. CDC is just removed from the play. Shun's still up top here. They've got some grubs to win.
Because you saw ZDZ taking very favorable trades towards Bin. I don't know if you can favorably trade towards 3 of them, though.
I mean, this is just not fair, is it? CDC's literally in a 1v3 lane. Shun and On are just permanent.
Ultimate, this is going to be a tower now. That's going to be shared between Shun and Bin towards the top side of the map. And back in, they do want to fight RNG for this.
RNG trying to get...
Or do they? Probably not.
3 grubs to themselves. I mean, BLG already have 3 grubs there. I think
yeah,
happy
who cares?
to trade this one. In the meantime, Elk is hitting onto that bot tower. Just a couple more hits, and he can finish that one off with W. He's still got almost 3 minutes. Take a second while this Drake is going down and look at the scoreboard, because there is 1,000 gold lead in every single lane except the support role, which I just want to point out, Ming is farming, and he's only 200 gold over On, who has 15 CS this game. Like,
time that you can do anything about it is when you have Senna around. Now Senna's around mid lane.
Call of the Forge God does hit onto Elk. The Satchel Charge was good. The Senna ult lands across the team. He flashes, he bombs on top of himself, and he's still alive! Elk is unkillable, and in the meantime, Shun burns them to cinders. Flash for the stun, but Huanfeng flashes it too. Working out beautifully for him. Obviously got that very early on into the game. On is just going to start this fight. You think you found a pick. You have been picked, or have you? On is going to go down. Okay, the burn still gets the kill. 1 for 1 on this one, as now Shunner's just walked into 4 people. I don't know if that was necessarily the play. It's now RNG on the wrong side of the map. Bin just dives into the mix and gets onto way as Knight tries to finish off one Fong. In the meantime, he does so, but Bin goes down. Call of the Forge got out from Ming. Gonna find the knock-up onto Elk as Knight dives back into the fray once more. ZDZ trying to finish off the Squirrel Rat, but the Squirrel Rat is unkillable. Now back into the...
Seraph Shield, very safe.
Wait a second.
It just felt like solo queue.
We come back to live, and another tier 2 has gone in the meantime as the Herald going for another charge. Smites it though, and Knight is just now underneath the tower. ZDZ pulled in and eradicated. Nice little hook from On. Sets up for another pick for BLG. Majority of players without really needing to verbalize the communication because they played so many games of prioritizing objectives in the way that they do. All of the Forge God comes on through, On forced to flash. It's not going to lead to too much. ZDZ just chunked out in the meantime. Knight pushing in the bottom side. BLG just maintain this siege. ZDZ flashing, trying to get onto the backline. It's a knock-up. Elk tanking the damage once again, and once again, he just will not die. Knight now flying in as Ming is surely going to drop another double kill for Shun. He wants himself an MVP.
Knight shows up from the bot side tower. Shows up, grabs a kill, goes back to the bot lane tower just to finish it off. There surely is going to be 2 inhibitors on the side of BLG. That's going to stay a little bit longer. Make sure he secures that one, and there's also a dragon, which I'm not sure if BLG's right here. His entire team is on the top side of the map, and there is only one teleport, which is on the Camille. But Bin is very dedicated to taking that dragon down.
Blue buff, he was feeling a little parched for mana, so gonna just steal that one away, which is gonna help out Elk as well. Okay, attempt number 19 on trying to get onto the Squirrel Rat. Instead, going to find a subnautical diver, but it's traded for a tree. As ZDZ, the crocodile, falls back into the swamp, and in the meantime, Scissor Leg Lady has taken an inhibitor.
Yeah, Bin BLG. Not yet, of course, but
Bin wants a fight, I guess. XCC, the target is Knight, might just go down as well. I don't know if I'd call that textbook, to be honest, but Shun has found way in the meantime and finds himself a kill. Elk now to 1v3, looking for one Fong, but cut down by ZDZ. Shun, is he still going to go in for this one anyway? Has that ultimate available? And it looks like he will back off and go take some always counts. G no longer have the dog in him. Well, BLG, they've got dogs enough for every team in the LPL. This is something
what does that even mean?
else.
Because if somebody calls a dog in solo queue, it's a negative thing, right?
Yeah, but it's different to be a dog and to have a dog in you, you know? I don't exactly know what it means. I'm not sure there is a literal definition, but it's a vibe, you know? It's a feeling.
Oh,
on that side, like, one can become very strong. It's just gonna... The thing is, that's still a long time away. It's still only 28 minutes. It's not like we're in super late game or anything like that. BLG looking at minimum triple inhibs here, possibly just the game.
They're not even
threatening, keeping Baron on all of these minions. One Nexus tower falls, looking towards the next one. Call of the Forge God, aimed for Elk and will hit. The anchor comes out from On as well to keep himself safe as Bin dives onto the backside. Hextech ultimatum on the way. The railgun across the team. Bin goes down. In the meantime, Nexus turret taken low. One Fong chunked. XCC knocked into the play. 1v1ing Elk, but taken down, as is Ming. Knockups on the fountain, and you can't even escape from this composition. ZDZ will fall, and that is that. A silly game to round out the series, but BLG playing with their...
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup between BLG and RNG. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.